That's great.
So is anyone watching anything interesting?
I saw Ant-Man and the Wasp.
What'd you think of Ant-Man and the Wasp?
I thought it was a good movie.
It is a good movie.
That's
about it, right?
That's about all I thought about Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Did you also agree that you should have left before the second post-credits?
No, I'm fine with that. What else am I going to do?
Go home? Beat the traffic?
I didn't find it offensive or anything.
No,
like
okay.
the last little.
Did you buy your Teen Titans Go to the Movies tickets yet?
I have not. I don't think that's a thing I need to go rush out and do.
No, I'll tell you how it all is next week.
I think I'll probably go see that with Ty. Is it just a? I don't have to watch the cartoon, do I?
I doubt it.
Just like
I'm sure there are inside jokes, and as someone who's seen every episode because my children love that show, I'm sure it'll be funny to me. But I'm sure you don't need to.
Maybe I'll.
It's got a good Rotten Tomato score,
you
though.
Don't need to.
Yeah,
I mean it's pretty easy to pick that up at any point.
I was going to say I doubt it's going to be cerebral in any way.
Damn, I was hoping for something along the lines of Seven Samurai.
I think Ant-Man and the Wasp, if that was an example of a movie that you should have not seen any trailers for.
Yeah,
going in to watch it,
which I didn't,
because every instance of how they use their powers in interesting ways,
I bet.
is
in the trailers.
Yep, they do that. Every movie does that.
One of them.
Yeah.
This one was really bad though, as far as just not keeping any clever shrinking or growing tricks. It was just all right there in the preview.
And it's I think for Ant-Man it's such a big part of the movie just to see those tricks. If it was Doctor Strange, maybe it wouldn't have been such a big deal, but I don't know, somehow Ant-Man, all those little tricks are real cutesy mostly.
In the Disney store, they sell the hats an ex-con securities hats.
Okay.
I looked at them like, that's really cool, and they come in a collector's box, $40 a pop.
That's not cool. The collector's box part
for a hat,
and the $40 part, not cool.
I was like, this was $20, maybe, and even that would be a stretch. But they're way overcharging for those ex-con collector hats.
Ty did say he wanted to be Ant-Man for Halloween.
It's a good choice.
He is small.
I want to be Paul Rudd, so so 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other.
I did finish Luke Cage.
And
you were dead on. If that, instead of 13 episodes, if it was 10, even 9 or 8, yeah. There's a few scenes where you're just like, stop talking already. But I really I thought the best character was Mariah, I thought. Towards the end, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I thought towards the end went a little too far, her character. But I get it. But I thought the actress that played her did a really good job. And Bushmaster also, maybe he was the best character. He wasn't in it that much. Mariah was really a huge part of the show.
Yeah, she's really the main villain.
Yeah.
What did you think of Iron Fist?
I actually really liked that episode that he was in.
I know, right? They did a good job with the two of them.
Are they
together.
not just going to make Power Man and Iron Fist the next show?
They say that he's going to be that Power Man may be more in Luke Cage, maybe show up more in the next. I don't know. The next season of Iron Fist comes out soon, so who knows?
I would like it if they didn't make another Iron Fist season and just did
the
Iron
two
Fist.
of them.
But I think they should continue having Luke Cage as its own thing. It's a little interesting, more interesting than some of the other shows. And also it wasn't as. I mean, there's plenty of violence in it, but somehow, even with all the decapitations and everything, it seems less gory than a lot of the other Marvel shows on Netflix. Am I crazy?
No, I don't think you're crazy.
Because compare Jessica Jones, where it's just there's a lot of just flat out blood in that.
I think they rely on it a little more on those other shows because they just don't. It doesn't have the characters.
Even Iron Fist was there was some just.
Iron Fist also doesn't have that. Yeah, doesn't have those characters.
And they didn't have though this was super violent, plenty of death, and even decapitations. It seemed the most tame by a lot. Just Yeah, I don't think I had to cover my eyes in this one, which is very rare.
What's going to be interesting is to see what they do with season 3 of Luke Cage.
The ending was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, the ending was pretty cool. I don't want to say anything.
Spoilers. The Godfather-esque ending.
I was just going to say that.
You can say that.
So I was like, would that be a spoiler?
No,
that's
not
cool. A spoiler.
I loved it. And I was squealing when that happened.
When that scene,
Yes.
like the shot for shot, yeah.
Mrs. Cheapy was sitting next to me. I'm like, oh, it's Godfather. Look, they're doing Godfather. It's Godfather. It's Godfather.
Yep. That was pretty cool. Shot for shot. Shot for shot.
All right. What else we got? No, it was exciting. I was excited. I was really excited. I saw Ready Player One.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was not ready. Player One.
I didn't buy it, by the way. I decided not to.
Oh, was it on sale somewhere? You had a deal opportunity?
Yeah, $5. I could have bought it for $5 and I passed.
I don't know who it's for necessarily. And I don't know why Steven Spielberg just looked at that script and said yes. I mean, they must have offered him an insane amount of money.
I'm going to go with money.
Insane.
He likes money.
But there's just not much to it. It just feels like the whole movie they're explaining to you like people like VR for some reason. And they don't really explain why VR is so. I
think they assumed that it would have caught on by the time this movie came out.
I'm not. Yeah. They just skip right to the future, and it's like, yeah, everyone lives in this world where VR is a huge deal, but because life sucks so bad. But
that was Columbus, Ohio.
It was actually, wasn't it?
I know.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah,
but it looked okay. It didn't look that bad, really, and I don't know.
Well, I would hope it would look okay. I mean, that's a big draw of it.
See, that's the weird thing. I hadn't seen any trailers really, and I didn't realize a huge portion of this movie seems to be CG. Like even the actor.
Sure, that's how the book is.
Because he's it's his avatar. He's playing his avatar.
Yeah, it's his avatar.
But I don't know. I didn't like very much about this movie. There's an extended Shining sequence. You know, the movie The Shining. Ty's not gonna want to see this.
Yeah, that's a weird choice.
Yeah, and it's not just a quick Shining mention, pop into the Shining world and pop out.
It wasn't just in a list.
Yeah, it wasn't right. It wasn't just being read to you as a list of the things that happened 30 years ago.
Somebody was driving around in a door that was getting busted down.
My son asks me regularly when he's allowed to watch The Shining. I don't know how he knows about it, but it's been literally years. So would this be the best way for him to be able to watch The Shining so he could stop asking me?
Yeah, I don't know if it feels like about a 5-minute sequence. It's probably not that long. But, you got the whole blood.
See, you saw The Shining, leave me alone.
It's basically a bunch of hits from The Shining. Like Shining's greatest hits. You got the blood coming off the elevator, you got the twin girls, you got the bear getting a blowjob. Maybe you don't have that. You got the freaky bathtub scene. It's kind of weird.
Old lady in the bathtub?
What's that?
Old lady in the bathtub?
Yeah, old lady in the bathtub. And I'm like, when this is happening, I just can't understand. I've turned to Miss TV, why is this happening? Now, is this a movie about 80s nostalgia? This is not, and it's supposed to be fun, Iron Giant, Back to the Future, blah, blah. There's no fun in The Shining.
No,
That's a dark movie, and it's pretty fucked up in a lot of situations, a lot of parts. So yeah, I didn't like it at all. And halfway through,
that just makes me want to see it. By the way,
I know Mrs. Cheapy. We almost didn't make it through. Mrs. Cheapy wanted to bail halfway through, and I was like, no, we just gotta stick it out. But I do not recommend Ready Player One.
Did you ever? Because this is on Amazon Prime Video now. Mm-hmm. Have you seen Batman and Harley Quinn?
No, but the reviews were pretty negative.
It is so bad.
Yeah,
it's really bad. And luckily it was a train watch. I didn't sit there and watch it like a person.
Is it rated R?
It's rated PG-13, but it is not appropriate for children.
Yeah,
at all.
No,
and it has 2 musical numbers for some reason.
It's just called Batman and Harley Quinn.
It's called Batman and Harley Quinn. It's on Amazon Prime. It's free.
Right. It's one of those movies that on the box, if you were to get it on the box, it says not appropriate for children
Yeah, it is not appropriate for children. There's some superhero sex in it and some swear words. So, yeah. I did watch Raiders of the Lost Ark with Elliot. He saw that for the first time over the weekend.
Did he like it?
He loved it.
Oh, he didn't get scared?
Not even a little.
Oh, wow.
He's ready for The Shining.
Yeah. My children are very different. Sabrina could make it through the first 5 minutes.
Right.
He didn't even get scared at the end?
No, not at all. Not only that, but I even said it to him, like, buddy, come here. Because he knew it was coming. Like, we didn't like
the meltdown.
He's like, like this is good. This scary part's good. He's like, I want to watch it. I'm like, buddy, like, come here. And my wife was like, she knew the scene was coming and was like standing on the sidelines, basically,
ready to block.
And, and I was sitting behind him. And the scene happens, and all she was saying is like, his whole face lit up. He was so excited to see all of it.
That's so awesome.
So I don't know what I'm raising.
How old is Elliot now?
7.
I remember when I showed it to Ty, and I said this on the CAGcast. I don't know exactly how old he was. Probably 7-ish. Mm-hmm. We had to stop. We didn't get very far in the movie at all before he got scared. I'd say just like Shipwreck said, like first 5 minutes, even possibly. And I had to get the making of disc that came with it because I got the box set. And I had to explain to him show how it was fake. And like, look, this guy's name is Harrison Ford. He is the actor that plays Indiana Jones. Look, here he is smiling and there's the camera and here's the guy who says action. And we watched like 15 minutes of that. And then we were able to go back and watch the movie. But still, at the end of the movie, he was watching that like between two fingers. Like he didn't see very much.
No. He was like into it the whole time. Riveted, jumping up and down at the right points. He was, after the movie, he was running around, flipping a sword around, and then pretending to do the gunshot and falling to the ground.
Good. And then he melted his sister's face.
He totally, exactly. It resonated with him. He got all the right things. He totally was able to follow it. Like I said, and Sabrina, though, she wouldn't touch it. She wouldn't go near it.
That's so funny.
So every kid is different. He's 7. He loves it. It's fine. She's 10. She's not ready for it yet.
We watched Jurassic Park 2 days ago for the first time.
How'd that go?
That went well. 10 is a good age for that.
We tried to watch that because Elliot wanted to see it, but honestly, the first half is very slow.
Yes, it is.
And he got bored and left the room.
Yep. I believe it. I was explaining we were talking about the philosophies of opening up a park like that during the slow parts like that, and explaining the differences between the book and the movie. There's a weird scene in the movie that doesn't make any sense. I don't know if you remember. It's, right when they do the tour for the kids in the cars. Like
that he serves chili and sea bass? And why would you do that?
For the kids, you mean?
No, I'm just kidding.
No. Do you remember, like, the kids are there with the scientists, and they decide that they're going to give the kids the tour in the car, right? Mm-hmm. Even though there's like 4 people working in the whole park for some reason. Everybody else left. Anyway, they're starting up the tour, and it's like Samuel L. Jackson, right? And the grandpa who owns the park, and maybe some other dude.
Hold on to your butts.
And they started up, and each one of them on their faces looks like they have zero confidence that the ride is going to function. Like, oh my God, like, why are we even, it's almost like, why are we even doing this? But, fuck it. It's the grandkids, and not just the grandkids, but the scientists who are there to sign off on the park. And if they don't, then the whole project is dead.
Right.
So why
they had to do it then?
But why did they have to do it right then and there? Like, nobody's working at the park. Apparently nothing fucking works.
Deadlines.
Even Ty pointed out that. He's like, they all look so worried. Why are they even doing the ride? And I was like, yeah, that's a good question. And then I explained to him, and in the book, the old man, the grandpa, never...
John Hammond,
right. He realizes, wait, what? In the book, the difference is that, I'm trying to think. In the movie, he never realizes that he made a mistake. He says, oh, we can just get it right next time. In the book, as soon as shit starts going wrong, he's like, oh yeah, I had no business making this park. We can't control nature, blah, blah, blah.
Well, maybe if it had a better director instead of the director of Ready Player One.
Yes. I don't know. Anyway, that was a big hit, Jurassic Park.
Did you watch that because of Ready Player One?
No, we watched that. No, nothing to do. There's no Jurassic Park in Ready Player One.
Really?
I don't think so.
I thought for sure that I saw a dinosaur running around in one of the.
You know what? There's some scenes
previews.
where it's just like a huge fucking battle, and there's like a million It's just just like the book where you feel like you're being read a list of things from the 80s.
Yeah.
They're just trying to jam as many as they can on the screen at one time.
That would make sense. That's what you'd want to see in a visual representation of a list.
Sure, but there's no way you could even take it all in because the camera's like flying all over the fucking place. Everything's moving. It flashes for 3 seconds, and you're like, well, I think I saw some stuff. And then you're like, oh, who cares? All right. Is that enough? Watch this, bitches. Have we watched enough stuff, bitches?